Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Corner number 0, Davion Surrey. The Bruins are coached by
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Spooler Stadium. This is high school football here on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff. Jaden Evans is my cameraman for tonight, and we've got a rivalry renewed. As the starters are being announced, we've got a rivalry renewed between the Northrop Bruins and the Snyder Panthers. Now, it is a rivalry. However, the last time that Northrop defeated Snyder on the gridiron was way back in the postseason in 1999. 26-year drought that Northrop is looking to break, and they're hoping that they can break it tonight. Now, Snyder may have the lead as far as the all-time series is concerned and the very recent history is concerned, but Northrop comes into this game with a 5-1 overall. There we go. Now we're back. We have a little alarm going off here inside the stadium. Like I said, my apologies. Had some technical difficulties. Lost my sound there. But anyway, Northrop has the better record between these two teams. They are 5-1 overall. And they did win their last two, including a game against Bishop Dwenger. And right now, Northrop's in, you might call it a three-way tie for first atop the SAC. They are 3-1 in conference play, and they are tied with Dwenger and Homestead. They beat Dwenger, but lost to Homestead. Looks like the fire alarm has shut off. That must have been an inadvertent alarm there. However, Carroll's also in the running for first place in the SAC. I should say the SAC A division is what they're in the running for. Now, they haven't played Northrop yet. They'll come here next week to play Northrop. And that could potentially help to decide who wins the SAC this year. Carroll's playing Homestead tonight. And that could potentially help to decide the SAC A division. We're going to take a break after about a minute. There's a special presentation going on.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor.
Got a little special presentation here.
Russ Isaacs is one of them that taught me some of that stuff. And so it's great. I will tell you, your coach, Coach Pittman, is right next to me and brings back a lot of memories. I want to recognize some soldiers here. We've got Special Sligo. We've got Staff Sergeant Addix, Sergeant F. McKinney. Sergeant First Class McKinney and some NCOs here are recruiters. I will tell you, the only reason, which was 38 years ago, was because I was given the opportunity to take a military entrance exam in Snyder, and then a recruiter hit me up, absolutely changed my life. So I will say, I just cannot thank enough the administration that just, it means a lot. And please, talk to these recruiters. They got some really good deals. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for our military representatives. At this time, we'll now present the game ball to the head official.
Had to pause for a little military recognition going on out there at midfield here at Northrop High School. Now, we are at Northrop High School, but this is Snyder's home game, and this is the last home football game that Snyder will host here at Spooler Stadium. The new football stadium there on Snyder's campus making a lot of progress as now the Panthers make their way out of the tunnel. The Snyder Panthers come in front of their home crowd. Now, they'll be in front of their home crowd next year, but the plan is that will be at Snyder's campus. Brand new stadium expected to open for the fall of 2026 as the Panthers enter in front of their crowd. The Snyder Panthers, normally a really good football program. In fact, it was only a couple of years ago, 2 years ago as I recall. Indeed, it was 2 years ago that the Snyder Panthers won a state championship by beating Decatur Central down at Lucas Oil Stadium. But this year, things are a little different. Snyder's 2-4 coming into the season. They're coming off losses to Carroll and Homestead. They can get a marquee win tonight if they're able to knock off the Northrop Bruins. Also some early losses to Warsaw and East Noble. A schedule certainly no easy task. But, of course, for Snyder, they're used to playing well against tough competition. And they know they'd like to do better than what they've done so far this year, but they can finish the season on a high note. It will not be easy. Northrop tonight. Next week they go to Bishop Dwenger, and the week after they go to Northside. And Northside's playing some pretty good football in SAC Division A. For Northrop, they've got Carroll next week and then Wayne the following week. So Northrop will not lock up any SAC A Division championships tonight, but they can work their way towards that with a win. And again, they come right back here to take on the Carroll Chargers a week from tonight, which could help in deciding who wins the SAC B division. We're going to have the coin toss in a matter of moments. Right now, we're going to take a quick 40-second break as now the Northrop Bruins have made their way out onto the field. They're getting the boo birds from the home crowd tonight. That's not something they're used to. This is Northrop Stadium. Their home crowd, if you will, is over on the opposite side of the field in the visitors section. The Northrop Bruins trying to make sure that they get another win on their resume. They're 5-1 on the season. They've already locked up a 500-plus regular season. The last time Northrop was able to do that was way back in 2006 under Ernie Bojrob. They went 5-4 in the regular season, but then it was Snyder who knocked Northrop out of the sectional playoffs in the first round. So that was a good season for Northrop, but it ended with the loss to the Snyder Panthers. They're hoping that they can get a win against the Snyder Panthers tonight. We're back in 40 seconds on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
The Northrop Bruins taking on the Snyder Panthers here tonight at Spooler Stadium. Well, it won't be the last time that these two teams play here against each other, but it will be the last time, it's expected to be the last time, that Snyder plays here as the home team. Now, Northrop, they're led in passing by David Callison, who is averaging 236 yards per game through the air. And then you got Kobe Reese averaging 37.3 yards on the ground, 224 yards total. Levi Portee also provides a boost in the ground game. He's averaging just under 45 yards per game. Each of those guys are averaging 7 yards per touch on the season as we got the coin toss going on right there at midfield. And, of course, you can't forget Jerquaden Guilford. He's got 462 receiving yards on the season, 92.8 yards per game. But Maddox Weil is also a receiver to watch out for. He is averaging 81 yards per game on the season. And Weil getting the start on defense tonight. Looks like he will get the start at wide receiver as well, so likely going to start at both wide receiver and cornerback. Snyder, we know they like to run the football. Jordan Davis is a quality runner. Braylon Burton, a freshman, has shown a lot of promise. Excuse me, he's a sophomore, I beg your pardon. He was a freshman last year, and he showed a lot of promise then as Northrop has won the coin toss. They have deferred to the second half, so Snyder will get the opening kickoff to start off this game against the Northrop Bruins. Snyder will get the football. Northrop decides that they want their defense out there first, and it's a defense that's good at getting after the quarterback. And they'll look to get after Jaywin Harris tonight, as Jaywin Harris is a dual-threat quarterback and a guy who likes to make an impact with his legs and through the air, trying to get that downfield passing game going. Jaywin's a junior, and he hopes to continue to progress as the season goes on. Back in 40 seconds here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back here at Spooler Stadium, this is the final time that Snyder will be hosting a home football game. At least that is the plan. Progress is being made on their brand new home football stadium at Snyder's campus, and they hope to play there starting in the fall of next year. They'll be able to play football there, and I do believe they'll be able to play soccer and host track and field as well. Like I said, a lot of progress being made on that brand new football field. 12 minutes on the clock, and Northrop will be kicking away. Jordan Davis is one of the men back deep for the Snyder Panthers. A rivalry is renewed, and we got a guy late getting onto the field. That might be Robert Rembert, number 6. Looking through 2 panes of glass, so it's kind of hard to tell from here. But now it looks like Northrop's got all their guys lined up, and we are underway from Spooler Stadium. It's Northrop's campus, Snyder's home game. That will be a touchback. Taken by Amari Buchanan a couple of yards deep in the end zone, and the Panthers will start from their own 25. Jaywin Harris, the starting quarterback for the Snyder Panthers, as he looks to get something going for Snyder. Mong Tung practicing his kickoffs. I beg your pardon, they'll start from the 20-yard line. Northrop's going to be a busy place tomorrow, at least in the morning. They'll be hosting the SAC Cross Country Championships, as the Snyder crowd starts to get loud on the home side here. Jordan Davis is the back. Looks like he's got Braylon Burton serving as an up back. They'll go power I on the first play from scrimmage, and it is Davis who gets the call. Davis is pursued well by the Bruins. Whole host of Bruins in on that tackle. Looked like number 29, Lenny Underwood, the sophomore, was one of the guys who got in there for the Bruins. Avion Harris also in on the tackle. Harris wears number 57. He's a lineman. Play goes for -1. Second down and 11. Is that Max Johnson in there at quarterback? That looks like a 17. Anyway, the handoff goes to Burton, and he's dropped after a short gain. I think that is number 17, Johnson, in at quarterback for the Snyder Panthers. They had Jaywin Harris listed as the starter, and I believe they did have him in there early on in the ball game, for the first snap at least. But, yeah, that is definitely number 17, Max Johnson. 2 plays into the game is in there at quarterback and about to be 3 plays into the game. As Shamar Reddick will line up wide to the left. Breshawn Johnson lines up wide. Reddick lines up wide to the right. And now Johnson goes in motion. It will be a handoff to Jordan Davis as he looks for room and continues to fight forward. He's close to the first down. And I said Davis. That was Wade Raines. Wade Raines Jr. And it looks like he got the first down. And the Snyder Panthers get a first down on their 3rd play from scrimmage. A 3rd down run. While they huddle, let's get a look at it on our replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Wade Raines Jr. fighting through tacklers. Looked like Northrop had him stopped, but he just fought his way through and managed to get to the chains and get the first down, and Snyder keeps him moving. And I think that's Burton in the backfield. It is, and he'll get the call. Burton off the left side. He got about 2 on the play.
Braylon Burton, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Donley Reese Jr.
Donley Reese Jr. in on the tackle.
Gain 3 for the Panthers. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
It's going to be called a gain of, they called it 3, and looking at it, that is correct. That chain is at the 30-yard line where the original line of scrimmage was. So Snyder would need to reach the 40 to move the chains again. On the near side, they'll have Owen Dodson lined up at tight end. Number 18, Preston Hunden, also lined up as an extra tight end to the near side. 1 wide receiver on the field, and whistles will blow this play dead. It looked like Raines Jr. was about to have a hole, and I think the play is going to be called as encroachment against the Bruins. Well, they had him in 3rd and long, but now Snyder is going to have not only a first down 2 plays ago, but 2nd and 7 is going to turn into 2nd and 2.
2nd down and a little over 2.5.
Again, Northrop has not beaten Snyder on the gridiron since the postseason in '99. Trying to break that streak. It's a handoff to Raines, and he's going to get the first down right into the teeth of that Bruins defense. Ran right into Tarius Carlisle.
Number 3, Wade Raines Jr. ball carrier.
Well, Wade Raines Jr. has given the Panthers something with this ground game. He's listed as a wide receiver, but tonight getting a lot of action as running back. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Snyder struggled to move the football 2 weeks ago in their home loss against Carroll, but so far they've found a little running game here against the Northrop Bruins. And that is Max Johnson in at quarterback. Was originally going to be Jaywin Harris, but now Johnson is the starter. He throws near side, and it's incomplete. Breshawn Johnson had the catch, but it was in and out of his hands. And it looked like he started to run before he actually had the football. Another look at it here on the replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Show it to you right now as looked like Johnson had it on his hands but not in his hands when he started to move his eyes and make his turn toward the sideline. It's Raines, broke 1 tackle. He'll get positive yardage, and Raines moving the pile for extra yardage. He gets a 4-yard gain out of it. It'll be 3rd and 6. This is not necessarily time where you have to abandon the running game, but are we going to see Max Johnson throw the ball for the first time? And they actually have called it as 3rd and 5. Wayne Raines Jr. stands in at 5'10", 155 pounds. He's running hard tonight against this Northrop D. 3rd and 5. Panthers converted on a 3rd and 11. Actually, I think that was 3rd and 8 earlier on this drive. And whistles will blow this play dead. Oh, Raines had room off that left side. At least that he could have made it a 4th and 1 or 4th and inches. But false start is the call, and that blows the play dead. And the Panthers will be pushed back to the original line of scrimmage. Back to the 43-yard line, so 3rd and 5 becomes 3rd and 10. Now they did convert on 3rd and 8. So again, we'll see if Max Johnson goes to the air here. He's got Burton as his lone back in this pistol formation. Northrop does show a blitz. Looks like Cornelius Jackson wants to come with pressure. Up the middle with Burton, and he's not going to get there.
Number 6, Burton, the ball carrier.
And that was Cornelius Jackson who made the tackle on the back end. And it's a 3-yard gain, 4th and 7 coming up. And a drive that ultimately goes 8 plays, stalls at the 46-yard line. Mong Tung will put it away. And Anthony Harris is the man back deep to return for the Bruins as we get whistles blowing. And timeout, I think. Everybody's heading to the sideline. Timeout Northrop, I believe. Well, they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout with them.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
No score between the Northrop Bruins and the Snyder Panthers, and Snyder will be punting. Mong Tung is back to punt it away for Snyder, and it looks as though Anthony Harris is back to receive. Tung gets it away, and Harris is calling for everybody to get away from that thing. And it looks like everybody just did get out of the way, and that's going to be down back at the 12-yard line, so Snyder's defense is going to have some good field position. But you're going up against an offense that can move the ball very well. David Callison averages 236 yards per game. He's thrown 14 touchdown passes, just 5 interceptions. And Quay Guilford, I do believe, is still committed to go to Ohio State. Made that commitment before the season started. He is the leading receiver, but he's not the only receiver to watch out for on this Northrop offense. They'll spread the field out here on 1st and 10, and they're also going to empty the backfield. Callison to throw. Sets up the screen, and that's complete. That's Guilford. And Guilford shakes a tackle and gets the first down. He'll get to the 23-yard line.
That pass is complete.
So the Bruins get a first down on their first play from scrimmage. David Callison, the senior quarterback, again averaging over 200 yards per game on the season. And they'll operate out of the pistol this time. I think that's Kobe Reese in the backfield. He's listed as the starting rusher. As Callison sets up the screen, and that's complete to Reese. He broke one tackle, turns it upfield, and going to be close to the first down, maybe a yard short of it at the 32-yard line. But how about Reese with the shiftiness? The Bruins with a little something working. It is called short of the first down, but it's a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 coming up.
2nd down and 2 coming up in the Bruins.
That's Anthony Barnes, the Snyder transfer, going in motion. Fake the handoff. Callison wants the deep ball, goes downfield, and it's incomplete. Guilford tried to one-hand it, and it's just a little beyond his reach. He was open, not wide open, but open enough that play could have worked a charm. 3rd down and 2 coming out. Here's another look at this. Yeah, Guilford had space. Goes up, maybe mistimed his jump, but tried to one-hand that ball. It's 3rd and 2. Bruins will go to the ground here with Reese. It's tough to do that against this Snyder D, and it looks like he's short.
Number 15, Toby Reese, the ball carrier.
Was that Cole? It was, Jakari Cole. But they're going to say he got the first down. So that's the second first down this drive for the Bruins. Cole met him right in the hole. And we don't have time to look at that now because the next play is about to be run. I think that is Reese who's still in the backfield as Callison looks to throw. Flush to his left. Looks to throw on the run, and now he's going to take off and get what he can on the ground. He got 2, maybe 3 out of that, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 36. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 for Northrop. Everything broke down on that play, and Callison just trying to get what he could out of it. He ends up getting a short gain out of it. And this will be 2nd and 7. The handoff to Reese straight ahead. Reese trying to pick his way. Slips through for about 5, maybe 6. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 42, and that is a yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 coming up. Yeah, this is the play moments ago where Reese was called to have converted that first down. I tell you what, on first look I thought he was short. On that look I thought he was short. But that's not how it was called. As it is, it's 3rd and a yard. Call it a long 1 or a short 2. However you stack it, it's 3rd and short. Callison wants to throw. Flush to his right. Throws on the run, and he's got his completion. And that's Jackson Robinson, the junior. Jackson Robinson pulling it in for the reception. And Robinson, he's a junior who comes into this game averaging 40 yards per game. That's officially going to go as the second third down conversion of this game for Northrop, as we've got 3:52 left to go here in the first quarter. Pistol formation for the Bruins. They'll run it off the left side, and Reese has nowhere to go. Swallowed up by Jamin Dean Portee. That's a loss of 2 as Dean Portee comes in hard to get the tackle for loss. We'll give you a look at it on our replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. You'll see Dean Portee just get to him right at the point of attack, beat his block, and got the tackle in the backfield. 2nd down and 12. Callison looks to throw. Has time. Running out of time. Rolls to his left. Throwing against the grain, and it's incomplete. That's just about all he could do there was throw it away. And 3rd and 12 coming up for the Northrop Bruins. As Snyder subs guys on and off. This is the third down of this drive. Northrop's first play from scrimmage was a first down on first down. They got 11 yards on 1st and 10. Right now it looks as though Cole Bumgartner, the sophomore linebacker, is with the trainer. That's something to keep an eye on. Hopefully he's okay. He's a key part of Snyder's defense as Callison looks to throw. Going downfield looking for Guilford, and he got it! He got it! And Guilford is gone! We do have a flag on the play, though. Snyder thinks it's coming back. It's a personal foul, roughing the passer against the Panthers. Snyder had a man there, but couldn't get the pick, and Callison fit it in. We'll show it to you after this extra point. 2:52 on the clock here in the first quarter. Right now everybody's trying to get set.
Number 88,
Paisoon on to kick. I believe Paisoon is on the soccer team for Northrop as well. You see a little bit of that. The soccer players who also kick. And the kick is up, and it is good.
That's the point is good. That makes it North at 7, Snyder 0.
Well, Jerquaden Guilford, the Ohio State commit, reels in this pass, and this was not an easy pass to catch. Snyder had a man there in coverage. That was number 22, Hugh Hunter, and Callison just got it out of his reach. And the Northrop Bruins have a 7-0 lead already here at Spooler Stadium. And Northrop will kick it off.
That deep return, number 22, Hugh Hunter.
Hugh Hunter back to return for Snyder. Wade Raines Jr. also back.
Number 88, Paisoon.
Paisoon, who made the PAT on to kick. Snyder moved the ball well on their last possession, but the drive ultimately stalled as Hunter has a lane. He's tripped up at the last second. Looked like Ashantis Reynolds made the tackle for Northrop, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Check that, Lenny Underwood with the tackle. Snyder will start from their own 26-yard line. Again, they did get a couple of first downs on their last drive, showed a little something in the running game, and they had Max Johnson as the starting quarterback. We'll see if Johnson goes in, and he does. And the Panthers will start in the power I formation with Burton lined up as the fullback. That's Davis lined up as the tailback. It's Burton who gets the call, and he slams his way ahead for a short gain. They're going to call that a gain of 2.
Number 6, Burton, ball carrier.
Lowered his shoulder and ran with power, but got a very short gain.
Second down, 8 Panther.
Pistol formation. Johnson rolls to his right. Throws on the run, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Underwood. And the Bruins take over.
Underwood, 1st and 10 Bruins, and the Panther 35-yard line.
Well, that's worth another look on our Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. See the Bruins get some pressure, force Johnson to make a tough throw, and I was wondering when we were going to see Johnson throw the ball downfield. We saw it there, and the Bruins were ready for it. Kamari Underwood gets the pick, and Northrop sets up in prime territory. Callison looks to throw. Rolls to his right. To the sideline. Incomplete.
That pass is incomplete.
He was looking for Maddox Weil, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. We've mostly seen run plays on short yardage situations so far for Northrop. Just checking on a couple of games around the area. Dwenger and Lewers are going at it. We'll get a score from that one in just a second. Here we've got a 7-0 lead for Northrop. This is technically their home field, but Snyder is the home team for this game. Hit in the backfield was Portee, or check that, Reese, and that's Cole Bumgartner. He was being looked at by the trainer earlier. It looks like he's all right. Cole Bumgartner has been a key contributor for this defense in recent weeks. Do have an update from Columbia City. They're taking on East Noble, and the Eagles are leading that one 3-0. Eagles are 4-2 overall, and East Noble comes into that one undefeated. They got a battle from the DeKalb Barons earlier this year. DeKalb beat Columbia City. Callison sets up the screen. He's got it complete. That's Reese. Can he get free? He's going to be close. Maybe inches short.
That pass is complete, number 15.
They're going to call him a yard short.
Short of the first down marker. Tackle made by number 3, Wade Raines.
Wade Raines made the tackle. And meanwhile, Dwenger has a 7-0 lead over Lures. And it looks like Northrop's going to go for it. This is 4th and 1. Pistol formation. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Snyder shows blitz. It's Reese up the middle. He's got it. Kobe Reese Jr. converts on 4th down.
Tackle made by 24 to Curry Cole. First and 10 Bruins.
Anthony Barnes lines up wide to the near side, trips to that side of the field, and that pass is incomplete in the direction of Jackson Robinson, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Only 6 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. So this will probably be the final play unless it's an incomplete pass that stops the clock before it runs out. Wayne's got a 7-0 lead over Concordia over at Wayne Stadium. Somebody in that game's getting their first win of the season. Second down and 10. Callison looks around, running out of time. Now he's going to run, and Callison looked like he had the first down and then ran backwards. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. I think that's 2 yards short of the first down, and it's the end of the first quarter. So with that, we're going to go to the second quarter. Northrop with a 7-0 lead, looking to add to it. We're back after this break on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Northrop on top, 7-0 over the Snyder Panthers. David Callison with a touchdown pass to Jerquaden Guilford. That's the only score of the game so far. And right now, Northrop has a 3rd and 2. David Callison had a chance to run for the first down. Ended up coming up a few yards short as he reversed his field. Bruins need to get to the 13-yard line to move the chains. They did convert on a 4th and 1 earlier this drive. They're going to hand it off as Kobe Reese works his way to the outside. He got collared. Looked like he got the first down. The tackle was made by Q Hunter. And that will be a first down as Reese gets down to the 12-yard line. Northrop came out throwing the football, and they've started to establish the run as of late. They ran it up the middle on that 4th and 1 for the first down. That might be Elijah Collins. Check that. It's still Reese working his way up the middle, and he's inside the 5. Kobe Reese has been the feature back of this offense, and he came up a few yards short of the first down. Needs to reach the 2. Just outside the 4 is where the ball is marked right now. As the sun is setting, and technically has gone down over Fort Wayne, Indiana. First and goal for the Bruins. Looks like Reese is still the back. They got Barnes lined up to the near side. It's Reese again. Shifty move. Bouncing his way toward the goal line. Touchdown.
Touchdown Bruins, number 15.
Kobe Reese. And Northrop has a 13-0 lead. They started throwing it early, and now Reese punches it in for 6. Here's a look at it on the replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Reese had to pick his way as a whole host of Snyder tacklers were in the area, but Reese was able to shift his way through that traffic. And the Bruins go up 13-0. Snyder's last drive lasted 1 play as Kamari Underwood got the interception. The extra point by Paisoon is good. Paisoon also plays soccer for Northrop, and the Northrop boys soccer team will be at Carroll for sectionals. Northrop girls team will be hosting next week. And again, we'll get another look at that replay. It's brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Kobe Reese almost had no room whatsoever. Bumgartner almost got the tackle, and Reese able to lunge his way across that goal line. A 4-yard touchdown run for Kobe Reese. And the Northrop Bruins have a 14-0 lead. They have not beaten Snyder since the postseason of 1999.
That deep return from Panthers, number 22, Q Hunter. Number 13.
Q Hunter back to return.
Number 6, Braden Burton.
Paisoon will kick it away. One thing we've had a lot of airplanes flying around. There is a small airport very close to here at Spooler Stadium, so you're going to get a lot of those airplanes flying in and out. Of course, we even had a military helicopter land to drop off some soldiers that made their way out onto the field for the pregame. Snyder looking for a comeback. Northrop looking to go to 6-1. We know they're going to have a plus 500 regular season. First time that's happened for Northrop since 2006, back when Ernie Bojrob was the head coach. Angled kick. Hunter from the 4. Works his way up the field. Hunter had some room. It is a good return in the end. He gets to the 30. Just barely got tripped up, and that's where Snyder will start this possession, is at the 30-yard line. Actually had a penalty there against Snyder, so this is going to be moved back. A legal block in the back, perhaps, against the Panthers. So they'll move this back to the 14. And that's where Snyder will start.
Kansas will start first and 10 from their own 14-yard line.
Little toss play to Davis. Or check that. That might be Raines. Raines has carried the ball quite a bit tonight. Check that. It's Burton. Braylon Burton. He takes it out to about the 18-yard line. Elijah Collins in on that tackle. Collins is having a real good season for this Bruins defense. Comes in with 48 total tackles. He's one of the team leaders in tackles. 7.5 tackles for loss for Collins. That one was not for loss, but Collins also does have 3 sacks on the year. Bruins as a team have sacked the quarterback 14 times. Quentin Bowen, their head coach, used to be an assistant coach at Snyder. So he knows this program well, and he's brought some of that Snyder toughness to Northrop High School. A little short run up the middle there for the Panthers. It's Burton, and he takes it across the 30. D. Hogue with the tackle for Northrop, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. 9:27 and counting left to go here in the second. And Northrop has taken a timeout. That was back in the first quarter. It's the only timeout that's been taken at all in this game. Max Johnson is the quarterback, and the Panthers line up in the I. Straight up the middle, that's Burton. And looks like he's got it just across the 25. He does indeed have the first down. It's a 3rd down conversion for the Panthers. Braylon Burton. Showed a lot of promise as a freshman, as a running back in this offense a year ago. Continues to show some promise, and they're even using him as both a fullback and a tailback in the offense this year, his sophomore year. Shamar Reddick is the lone wide receiver to the bottom of your screen. Fake the handoff. Johnson to throw for the second time. That pass is incomplete. Broken up on the play by number 21, Tanrin Bryant. Bryant in a good place to make that play. Here's another look at it on the replay. Brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Saw Lenny Underwood get some pressure, and there's nothing early about that. No pass interference to be had there. Looked like the ball hit Burton on the hands before Bryant got there and made the contact. So everything looked clean there from the Northrop side. Handoff, it's Burton. Burton finds some room. Burton's got the first down and more as he crosses the 45. Braylon Burton able to work his way to that sideline. D. Hogue makes the tackle. Here's another look at the run, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Great blocking up front by the O-line, and Burton able to get out of bounds with enough for the first down as Snyder's able to move the chains on the ground. Just one score could get him right back into this thing. Power I formation for the Panthers. They will hand it off to Burton, and he goes ahead for about 3. They had Burton lined up as the fullback there. Looked like Wade Raines was the tailback. They've used that personnel a couple of times already today. Tristan Carpenter with the tackle for Northrop. Snyder's just short of midfield, but they got a chance to get it across midfield on this next play. A toss to Raines, and Raines is hit hard. He got positive yardage. They're going to give him the 50-yard line. D. Hogan on the tackle. It looked as though number 45, Ifeanyi Emadobi, was there as well. We'll get a quick look at it on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. See who gets him. Yeah, you definitely see Hogue come in there hard. He definitely gets the bulk of the hit. It looked like Emadobi also got him around the ankles. 3rd and 6 coming up for Snyder. They converted on 3rd and 8 on their first drive from scrimmage. Johnson rolls, throws out in the flat and incomplete. He had him. He had Kaysen Warfield out in the flat and couldn't get it to him. And Snyder's going to punt it away.
Fourth down 7. Sending punt to Panthers number 94, Montcalm. Set deep return.
Looks like Davion Surrey's back to return for Northrop. They get the punt away. Surrey waits on it. He's got it, breaks one tackle, and then gets cut down across the 20.
Tackle on the punt made by number 2, Ramon Cotton. Bruins will start first and 10 from their own.
Northrop will start from their own 22-yard line. This is Northrop's third possession of the game. They've scored on each of their first 2. A touchdown pass from Callison to Guilford, and then a touchdown run by Kobe Reese on the Bruins' second drive. They'll hand this one off, and I think that's Portee who gets the call. And I'm told that it is 16, Levi Portee.
Number 15 reads the ball carrier.
Portee comes into this game with a total of 179 yards on the ground.
Down 5 coming up.
Kobe Reese, the leading rusher coming into this game as far as total yards go. He comes in with 224. On second down and 5, Callison in trouble. He gets it away and it's incomplete. That was Braylon Fertil bringing the pressure for Snyder, and it's third down.
Third down, 5 coming up for the Bruins.
And the Bruins will face a 3rd and 5. They converted on a 4th and 1 on their last drive. But I wouldn't expect them to go for it on 4th down here, at least not on this set of downs, even if they were to get to a 4th and 1. Maybe 4th and inches, but 4th and 1 probably not. But right now they got 3rd and 5. Callison pressured again, gets it away. It is caught! And a couple of big hits taken there. Jackson Robinson makes the catch. And the Bruins continue to move the chains.
From number 13, Allison. Tackle made by number 9, Travis Flat. First and 10, Bruins.
May have to cut this replay here as Northrop has broken the huddle. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut it. Northrop's already broken the huddle. And they're getting ready to run their next play. Little mix-up on the handoff. They do hand it off to Portee, and he's got nowhere to go. Jace Quarles makes the tackle.
Portee tackles the backfield. Lead tackle number 20, Quarles.
Panthers push the Bruins way back to the 33-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 14. We know this Bruins team can make an impact through the air. And they haven't been behind the sticks a whole lot. How can they handle this 2nd and 14? Callison the screen. To the far side, that's Weil. And Weil turns it upfield. Well, it looked like they handled it well, and there goes Weil. Weil down the sideline. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Bruins. I do not see a flag. It looks like this play is going to stand.
Touchdown, Bruins.
Maddox Weil just turned on the Jets. There wasn't a whole lot of space when he caught it. He just had a whole lot of speed. Pye soon just about ready to kick this PAT. Guys are still getting lined up.
Kicking number 99, Pye soon.
They get the snap down, the kick on its way, and it is good. Pye soon makes it 21-20. Just a simple screen pass that turned into a big play. You had a couple of blocks out in front. The rest of the receivers do a good job setting the edge, and Weil goes the distance. 5:13 left to go here in this first half as Northrop has a 21-0 lead. Got a brief chance here. We can get some words in from our sponsors. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Five minutes and 13 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Kicking off the 88, I assume.
Pye soon to kick it away. Northrop's had the ball 3 times. They've scored all 3 times. Q Hunter back to return from the 1. And Hunter takes it out across the 20. He's got room, but not much of it anymore. Looked like he had a big return coming. It's a good return out to the 33. As we'll get a few more words in from some more of our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we're able to do the games that we do. That includes Summit Volleyball. They train and build the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Now, soccer season is going to start sectionals next week. After this week, there's still 2 more weeks of regular season football before sectionals start. And volleyball, I think, has a couple more weeks until their sectionals start. Run play straight up the middle. That's going to go for a loss of a yard. That was Burton on the carry. And it looked like Tristan Carpenter was in on the tackle for Northrop. Also get Skylar Shanks-Hauer in on the tackle. 2nd down and 11 after the negative play. Max Johnson, a junior quarterback. And originally, Harris was the starter for this game. I know Johnson was in on the 2nd play from scrimmage. I can't remember if he was in on the 1st. Handoff goes to Burton. He's got room. Burton turns it upfield, takes on some contact, and that is something he brings to the table. They're going to mark him down at the 39. 6-yard gain. Tarius Carlisle makes the tackle for Northrop. It'll be 3rd and 4. Ball's at the 39. Snyder needs to get to the 43 to move the chains. Pistol formation, that's Burton in the backfield. He gets the handoff, broke 1 tackle, but the 2nd one gets to him, and he only got back to the line of scrimmage. Make that, he got to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of a yard, and now we're going to have a timeout. It's an official's timeout. Can't tell if anybody's injured or not. But while we've got a moment, we'll go ahead and get some more words in from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we're able to do the games we do. That includes Jolly Law Firm. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government, whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services. That's janitorial and water damage and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana.
Punting number 94,
Mong Tung will punt it away for the Snyder Panthers. I got a number 0 back to return. I don't have a 0 on my roster for Northrop. 3 possessions for Bruins. For the Bruins, they've scored 3 times. 21-0 the score. And Tung gets it away. That's a returnable punt. He'll field it on a hop, and then he gets gang tackled just across the 20-yard line to about the 21. Well, I mentioned earlier that Quentin Bowen, the head coach at Northrop, used to be an assistant coach at Snyder under head coach Kurt Tippmann of the Snyder Panthers. Tippmann had this to say, quote, Quentin was an outstanding player and assistant coach at Snyder for many years. He had a great impact on our players and program, helping to many successful seasons. And they have had many successful seasons at Snyder. Now, after this game, things don't get a whole lot easier for the Panthers. They're at Dwenger next week, and that's a big rivalry. And then they're at Northside to close out the regular season. Northside's having a pretty good season right about now. Empty backfield for Callison. He'll set up the screen. And out of bounds on the play goes number 25, Skylar Shanks-Hauer. Shanks-Hauer, a sophomore. Clock stops at 2:50 on the play out of bounds. And again, the Bruins will go empty backfield, trying to get into scoring position before halftime. Deep ball, miscommunication, and it's picked off. Picked off on the play by Jace Quarles. Sounds like there's a flag on the play, though. And it's sitting right back at the 31-yard line, so we'll check on the penalty. That's a huge turnover for Snyder, and they've still got all 3 of their timeouts left. We're about to get the penalty signal here in just a second. They're picking up the flag. No foul on the play. So Snyder's going to take over. That's a huge takeaway for the Panthers. And this was miscommunication. You see Callison's going downfield. His receiver, Weil, looked like he slowed up mid-route. By the looks of things, I think Callison wanted him to keep going. And he stopped, or at least slowed down, and didn't finish the route. 2:40 left to go. Snyder's got plenty of time to at least get in field goal range and get on the board. It's a run play to Wade Raines, and he can make things happen. He'll make a first down happen and trying to get out of bounds across midfield, which it looked like he did. Wade Raines Jr. carrying for a first down. Try to get an update on some other games going on around the area. Dwenger still leads 7-0 late in the second quarter, but it looks like Lures is threatening, and they may have scored already. Meanwhile, Snyder trying to get on the board as Johnson goes out of the gun. Straight run play. Burton. Check that. Burton was not the ball carrier there. That's going to be a loss on the play. Or perhaps no gain. Raines was the ball carrier. Looks like Lures did not score, not yet. So still a 7-0 lead for Dwenger over there at Lures Field. Close game over at Columbia City. We'll check on that score here in just a moment. But right now, Snyder trying to take advantage of this turnover. Johnson will go under center. He hands it off, and Burton's got nowhere to go. And now does Northrop think about using a timeout here? They've got 2 left. And now we've got an official's timeout with 1:22 left, and the reason is we've got a player down. It's an injury timeout, so we'll take the timeout right along with them on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, right now we are in an injury timeout. There's a Northrop player down. He's being helped off the field. I'm trying to get a look as to who that is. That's 33, Cornelius Jackson. He's a big-time defensive player for these Bruins. They don't want to lose him. Certainly not for an extended period of time. And he was walking off a little hobbled as well. Injury timeout helps Northrop. It stops the clock with 1:22. They got a chance to get the ball back with a little bit of time. It's a run play to Wade Range Jr. trying to get the edge. He hurdles and goes across the 45.
Number 3, Wade Range Jr., the ball carrier.
He's able to get 5 out of that play, but Snyder's down to the 45-yard line. Keep in mind, though, Northrop does get the ball to start the second half. They do have 2 timeouts here, though. Did they use one? Clock is stopped at 58 seconds. We had a penalty against Snyder. Officials are going to discuss this. I saw the signal that it was against Snyder. I did not see the signal of what the penalty was. Holding against Snyder, apparently, is the call.
Play third down.
So Northrop's going to make him replay third down. I don't know, if you're Northrop, you could decline this penalty and force Snyder to punt. Even if Snyder went for it, it'd be 4th and 7. If you're hearing some loud noise, that's because a helicopter is revving up out behind the field.
U.S. Army helicopter is now taking off.
Looks like Snyder declined the penalty, or Northrop declined the penalty. Well, that's going to mean 4th down, and now Snyder wants a timeout. That's the first one they've had to use. It's going to be 4th and 7 after the timeout. Well, they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, back here at Spooler Stadium, we've been told that the clock is going to be reset to 1:16, which it has. And again, if you're hearing some loud noise in the background, that's because there's a helicopter out on the practice field, revving up its engine, spinning its rotors. Sounds like he's getting ready to take off. That's a military helicopter. I don't know exactly the make and model of that helicopter, but by the look of it, when I saw it before the game, it was a Sikorsky Seahawk. I think that's what it was. I don't think it was a Sikorsky Sea Stallion. I think the Sea Stallion has a door that opens up, and now Northrop is calling a timeout. Snyder had just called a timeout, and now Northrop's calling a timeout. Clock was already stopped. It's going to be 4th and 7. Snyder hadn't even come out on the field yet. That's going to leave Northrop with just one timeout. The clock is now at 1:04. Well, Snyder had just taken a timeout. Did they reset the clock again? Because since Snyder had taken a timeout, you're not really supposed to run the clock until the ball is snapped. This is an interesting series of events, to say the least. I mean, yeah, you can say we were distracted by a helicopter in the background, but there's a lot going on here in this sequence. And now Snyder's got the punt team out there. Now for Northrop, they've got one timeout, so they can work the ball to the sideline and try to save that timeout if they can, use it if they have to perhaps set up for a field goal to close out the half. Remember, Northrop gets the ball to start the second half as Mong Tung gets set to punt it away. It's a spiraling kick. It will be returned. Apparently he did not call fair catch. Well, we'll look at that in just a second. This return's going to go out across the 35. Again, I don't have a 0 on my roster. We'll see on this replay, did he signal fair catch? Because if he did, he's not allowed to run with the football. Does he signal for a fair catch here? Not there. Nope. He never signaled. He never signaled for a fair catch. He stuck his hands out in front, but to signal for a fair catch, you've got to wave your arm over your head. Wave your hand over your head and make it emphatic. As Callison is flushed out of the pocket. Looks to run. Now he's going to take off. He's got to get to the sideline, which he does. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Clock will stop at 40 seconds. And I think that helicopter's just going to keep on whirring its rotors until it takes off. Well, not just until it takes off, but until it reaches its destination. This is 2nd down and 5. Empty backfield. Callison looks, steps up to the sideline. That's complete. And out of bounds with a first down is Anthony Barnes.
Number 19, Anthony Barnes.
Looks like the guy coming off the field for Snyder is number 99, Aaron Hughes. This is 1st and 10 for the Bruins. And again, they keep the backfield empty. They're trying to work the ball down the field, at least into field goal range. They'll throw short here. That's complete. That's Robinson pushed back. They're going to spot him at the 46, I think. Yes, that's where the spot's going to be. Northrop has a timeout. They are not using it. Clock ticking off the time ticking off the clock. It's down to 10 seconds. Surprised they're not using a timeout here. They get the snap off. Callison to his right, and that's caught. Big hit by Fertil. Clock is at 0, and I think that's going to be the end of the half.
That's the final play in the half.
Northrop chooses not to take a timeout. They could have at least gotten into field goal range and added to this lead. They let a lot of time tick off the clock. As now the helicopter is taking off. And my apologies for the distraction there, but it is surprising that Northrop did not take a timeout. That being said, the Bruins do lead it 21-0 as the helicopter flies over and gets a big ovation from the crowd here at Spooler Stadium. And, of course, that's a Marines helicopter. And, of course, our men and women in the military always deserve a standing ovation for the work they do to defend our country and the freedoms that make this country possible. Of course, it was just about a month ago that we remembered 9/11 and the men and women who lost their lives on those terrorist attacks. And, of course, we also remember the men and women who fought in the war on terror to defend this country from terrorism. We will never forget. 21-0, Northrop leading at halftime. Snyder is going to have a little band performance, and we are going to have a few words from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we are able to broadcast the games that we broadcast. That includes the University of St. Francis. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. It's Northrop with a 21-0 lead over the Snyder Panthers. We've played one half of football here at Spooler Stadium. We got one more half left to go. We're back after this break on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, it's halftime here at Spooler Stadium. It's the visitors from Northrop High School. Technically, this is their campus, but they're the visiting team tonight because Snyder is the home team. For now, they still share Spooler Stadium with the Northrop Bruins, although Snyder does plan to open a brand new stadium on their own campus that's scheduled to be in use as of next fall. But right now, it's the Northrop Bruins leading 21-0 over the Snyder Panthers, and we will try to show you how the scoring started. This was the first drive of the game. David Callison threads the needle, and he's able to hit Jerquaden Guilford down the sideline, and Guilford takes it in for 6. The Bruins take the lead 7-0 on the opening possession. And on the very next play from scrimmage, Snyder's ensuing possession, Max Johnson underthrows his receiver, and Kamari Underwood gets the pick. Snyder hadn't thrown the ball a whole lot up until that point, but Northrop was ready for the pass, and Kamari Underwood gets the pick. And the Bruins would turn that into points. They would do so in the second quarter. We'll show you that replay here on Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Kobe Reese has been the primary back in the ground game, and this was shifty running on the part of Reese. Looked like the Panthers had him at the point of attack, and Kobe's able to break free. It was a big play that got Northrop their most recent touchdown. We'll show you that here on our replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Great blocking out in front. Then Maddox Wild does the rest, and he does all the rest, breaking a couple of tackles, and he goes all the way for the touchdown. Just a couple catches so far for Maddox Wild, but he takes it the distance on that play and makes it 21-0 in favor of Northrop. Another game that's now at halftime, Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Luers, the battle of the bishops as they call it. Dwenger's got a 14-7 lead in that one. Concordia's taken on Wayne as well. We'll try to get an update on that one when we get a chance to. When I last checked East Noble versus Columbia City, East Noble was up by a score of 14-10. Looks like they're in commercial break, probably at halftime at this point. East Noble got a good battle from the DeKalb Barons over in Waterloo earlier this season. Well, while we've got a moment, we're going to go ahead and get a few words in from our sponsors. And yes, we do have the update from Joe Northern. East Noble leads that one 14-10 at the half. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. And today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. 21-0 in favor of the Northrop Bruins against the Snyder Panthers here at Spooler Stadium. It'll be the last time, at least it plans to be the last time, that Snyder hosts a football game at Northrop. They've got their own stadium that's being built over on Snyder's campus. It's expected to be open as of next fall. But right now it's Northrop trying to snap a long losing streak to the Panthers. Bruins came in at 5-1 overall. Panthers came in at 2-4. And Northrop has a big game here against Carroll coming up next week. Trying to keep pace in the SAC B Division race. We're back after this break. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
A 21-0 lead for Northrop over Snyder. As we are at halftime at a little band performance. Do have some scores to update you on. Northside has a 14-0 lead over Southside at the half. Bishop Dwenger has a 14-7 lead at the half over Bishop Lures. And my apologies, folks. My throat's feeling a little scratchy right now, so my apologies for some of these pauses. But I can also tell you that Carroll has a 35-0 lead over Homestead at halftime. Here it's a 21-0 lead for Northrop over Snyder. We'll be right back after this break.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Club Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All these sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
21-0, Northrop on top of Snyder at halftime, and kids are about to get into their extra warm-ups. They're technically doing their warm-ups right now, but they're going to get 3 extra minutes on the clock. And I do apologize for that extra long break, that second long break there. I just had to rest my voice. My throat was starting to get scratchy. I had to rest my voice, drink up some water, because I got a whole nother second half here to broadcast. These two teams have a whole nother second half to play, and Snyder is hoping that they can use that second half to erase a 21-0 deficit. Now, Northrop's going to get the ball first. And it was an impressive first half for Northrop. They had the ball 4 times. They scored 3 times. Now, you could ask the question, who knows what Northrop would have done with more time on the clock? However, the other thing to point out is Northrop still had a timeout there. In fact, according to the clock, they had 2 timeouts when they last had the ball, and they could have used 1, could have used 2, saved some time, and gotten themselves into field goal range and made it a 3-score ball game. Well, 4-score ball game, technically. Gotten up to 24-0. Instead, all the time runs off the clock, and Northrop goes in up 21-0. Perhaps they didn't want to risk a turnover and giving the ball back to Snyder before the half, knowing they're going to get the ball back to start the second half, but they had an opportunity to get into field goal range and score to make it a 4-score game going into halftime. But as it is, it's 21-0 in favor of the Northrop Bruins, and the Northrop Bruins are having a real good season. Currently tied atop the SAC A division. They are technically in a 3-way tie, you could call it, with Dwenger and Carroll. Or excuse me, Dwenger and Homestead. Yes, Carroll is 3-1 coming into play. But Carroll has not yet played against Northrop, and they'll play them next week. They're currently playing against Homestead. When we last got the update from Jaron Matheny, Carroll was up 35-0 at halftime. Again, Northrop comes here next week, a game that you can see on SummitCitySports.com. And Snyder will go on the road to take on Bishop Dwenger, who's also vying for an SAC A division title. Dwenger defeated Homestead, and Homestead defeated Northrop. Northrop, in turn, defeated Bishop Dwenger. Dwenger also defeated the Carroll Chargers earlier this year. So it could be a very interesting finish to the SAC A division and how that plays out. Again, when we last heard, it was a 14-7 lead for Dwenger over Bishop Luers at halftime, as both the Bruins and the Panthers are about to start the second half. Just 2 years ago, the Snyder Panthers won a state championship, but they're 2-4 so far this year. Looking for a quality finish to the season, they got to find a way to get off the field first and foremost, because Northrop's going to have the ball to start the second half. And even though Northrop's primarily been passing the ball, they've been able to work in the run game some, but they've been able to work the clock as well. David Callison's been efficient in the passing game. And the more that Northrop has been able to move the ball, the more they've been able to work the clock. And again, think of the start to the season that Carroll had. 0-2, 1-3 after the loss to Dwenger. And they come in here and absolutely destroyed Snyder. Last week blew out Southside, and they're doing some of that to Homestead again tonight, trying to keep their momentum going as they push for an SAC A division crown. That's Carroll's pushing for that crown, and they'll come here next week to take on Northrop. You can see that game here on SummitCitySports.com. We've got a whole week until that game comes our way, as Mong Tung has the ball on the tee, getting ready to start the second half. Each team with 3 brand new timeouts to start the second half. That's how it always is. And we begin the half with a deep kickoff. That's going to be a touchback. Northrop will start from the 20. Just gave the update from Carroll. They lead Homestead 35-0. Northrop Bruins making a push to try and win at least a share of the SAC A Division Championship. A win tonight doesn't clinch anything for them, but it does help their case So you got Carroll coming in here next week. And then Northrop will close out the regular season against the Wayne Generals. Wayne was in a battle with Concordia when we last checked on that one. It's a run play here on first down to Reese, and Kobe Reese is out across the 25.
Number 15.
They'll call it about the 27, 7-yard gain at the play. Northrop High School will host the SAC cross-country meet tomorrow, so this place will be fairly busy on a Saturday morning. The race will be here on the high school campus, or should I say the race is. The varsity races at 9 and 9:30. I think it's the JV race that starts at 10. Handoff straight ahead. That's Reese. He'll get the first down. Still on his feet. Kobe Reese with a flag down. Reese out of bounds across midfield, and we will check on this penalty. Will it bring the play back? Officials are discussing it over. Flag was thrown back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like it's going against Northrop.
Holding against the Bruins. That's a 10-yard penalty.
They're going to call it holding from the spot of the foul. That should bring it back to the 27-yard line, so it'd make it 2nd and 3 all over again. They do indeed spot at the 27-yard line. Reese remains the back here on 2nd down and 3. That looked like movement up front. No flag thrown. Callison flushed out of the pocket, chased by Hughes, and he has to flip it out. Did that ball get across the line of scrimmage? He was outside the tackle box. Looked like it barely crossed the line of scrimmage. Had it not crossed the line of scrimmage, it would have been intentional grounding. Here's a look at the play. Aaron Hughes with some good pressure, and he just has to fling it out underhanded. Well, this is a big chance for this Snyder defense. If they can get a stop here and get the ball back, and a touchdown would make it a 2-score game. Suddenly the game looks a little bit more interesting under those circumstances. It's a handoff to Reese, and he's close, very close, but appears to be short by about half a yard, maybe a third of a yard. Yeah, that is spotted short of the first down. This is 4th and inches. Interesting call here coming up for the Bruins. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. I got a few guesses as to what this play call is going to be. I don't know for sure, but I got a few guesses. Well, it looks like one of those guesses has just been erased. Callison's going out of the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Reese, and he didn't get there. He's driven back by Aaron Hughes. Aaron Hughes with a tackle for loss, and the Panthers take over. They went from the pistol, handed to Reese, and the Panthers get the stop. Here's a look at it on the replay. Brought to you as always by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Aaron Hughes with the penetration. He's able to fight off Avion Harris and get the tackle for loss. And Snyder has a chance to at the very least get on the board here. And they're probably not yet thinking field goal, but they are in field goal range. 10:17 to go here in the third quarter. Looks like Max Johnson's going to go under center. He's been the quarterback all the way through. He fakes the handoff. Pressure comes. Goes downfield. Incomplete, and Wade Raines Jr. had to revert back to defensive back there. If he doesn't reach his hand up and at least knock the ball away, that's probably an interception. I think that was Guilford in coverage. Get another look at it. Replays brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Johnson a little bit long on the throw. And Raines, again, just had to reach up and bat it away, help his quarterback out. Power I formation for the Panthers. It's a run play straight up the middle to Raines. Check that, that's not Raines. That's Burton who gets the carry. Braylon Burton. And he carries it for about 5. 3rd and 5 coming up for Snyder. Now, if you don't get this first down here, does Snyder go for it, or do they kick the field goal to try to get some points? It might just depend on the down and distance, or at least on the distance. But this is still 3rd down. Panthers will operate from the pistol. Blitz comes. It's Burton off the left side, and he's going to get it. Down to the 16-yard line goes Braylon Burton, and the chains will keep on moving. Snyder technically still has a chance to finish the regular season over 500. They would need to win out to do that. And we've got a man down for Northrop, and he's back off the ground. Got off the ground rather quickly. I think that's Collins, Elijah Collins. Now they'll just sub guys in and out. Clock is currently stopped at 9:20, but right now guys are just subbing in and out, and now the clock's going to run again. 9:14 and counting left to go on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Does Snyder have a comeback left in him? Technically, they have stopped Snyder on the last 2 possessions. Now, we'll never know what would have happened if Northrop have had more time on the clock on that last drive. But Snyder still got the stop. Burton on the check down. He's going to be ridden out of bounds.
That pass is complete from Johnson.
It looked like D. Hogue.
Tackling on the play number 3.
It was Hogue. I should say, if we'll never know what would have happened if Northrop had a few more timeouts or had used those timeouts or had a little more time. But Snyder got the stop at the end of the first half and then got the 4th down stop on the last drive. So that's what I meant to say. Didn't quite come out that way. This is going to be 2nd down and 8 after the short completion. Breshawn Johnson, the 6'3" receiver, lines up wide to the left. That's a run play. And I think that's Raines who gets the carry. Didn't get much.
For 3, Wade Raines, Jr., the ball carrier.
He might have gotten a yard, but that would be it. Looks like they're going to call it no gain on the play.
3rd down and 8 coming up.
Looks like East Noble and Columbia City have started up the 3rd quarter again. Wayne leads Concordia 14-6. Concordia does have the ball in that game in the 3rd quarter. Burton the lone back here on 3rd and 8. Movement up front. Who moved first? We have not had a signal yet. Encroachment against the Bruins. And that's going to turn 3rd and 8 into 3rd and 3. And for a team that typically likes to run the football, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. .7:26 on the clock. It does stop on the penalty. And again, if Snyder manages to score a touchdown here, it's a 2-score game. They'll still need another stop and a score to make it a 1-score game. But things look a little bit more interesting. That's Burton straight ahead. He pushes his way inside the 5. Did he get down to the goal line? No, he did not. He got down to about the 3, but it's 1st and goal for Snyder.
He picks up 11 play. 1st and goal Panthers. Tackling on that last play, Avion Harris.
Avion Harrison on the tackle, and Snyder looking to punch this thing in. Just under 7 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Raines and Burton in the backfield. It's Burton, the fullback, trying to push forward. Driven back. Looked like Collins made the tackle.
Number 6, Burton, the ball carrier. Gain of 2 on the play. Second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Tackling number 1 on line.
They called it a gain of a yard, so second down and goal. Clock ticks down to 6:24. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Johnson's coming off the field. They want him in the game. Play clock is down to 9. And Snyder wants a timeout. A lot of time was ticking off the clock, and it ticked all the way down under 10 seconds. The play clock did. The game clock ticked all the way down to 6:05. Panthers trying to make this a 2-score game. A touchdown makes things a little bit more interesting. Snyder has a tough road ahead. They go on the road to play Bishop Dwenger next week, and then they go on the road again to play Northside. And Snyder would have to win out in order to finish the regular season. In order to finish the regular season over 500. It certainly can be done. But they got a challenging opponent before them tonight, and they got 2 more challenging opponents coming up these next 2 weeks. One of those is Bishop Dwenger. Dwenger's up 14-7. This drive started after Snyder stopped Northrop on 4th and inches. It was Aaron Hughes who made the play at defensive tackle. Wildcat, a snap to Burton. Can he get in? Yes! He's in. Touchdown. The Panthers are on the board. It's a 2-score game at Spooler as Braylon Burton scores from the Wildcat. We'll get another look at this replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Little creativity from the Panthers, and Burton fought just hard enough to get through. And Mong Tung will come on to kick the extra point. His kick is good. Well, things just got a little bit more interesting here at Spooler Stadium. Still a 2-score game, but Snyder already got a stop on Northrop's first possession of this second half. If they can get another one, then they'll have a chance to make it a 1-score game. Another look at the touchdown. Burton just kept his feet moving, and it's hard to tell where he is looking through that pile, but I think he did get in. Had to fight through a whole host of Northrop tacklers and even past his own O-line to get in for that touchdown. And there's 5:59 left to go in this third quarter. Dwenger is still leading Lures 14-7, and they're driving. As Mong Tung prepares to kick it away. In fact, I believe Northrop did technically go 3 and out last time they had the ball. That's the first time that's happened today. East Noble and Columbia City in a bit of a dogfight. East Noble's got the lead, but only by 4. They'll take on New Haven next week. Low line drive kick, and is that going to roll into the end zone? It is. That's a touchback. It was touched but not recovered. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line. That's where Northrop will start this next drive. Well, we showed you the touchdown moments ago. Hopefully we got enough time to show you the play that helped make the touchdown happen. Northrop's still huddling up, so we'll go ahead and show it to you. This was Aaron Hughes with that 4th down tackle. He was almost unblocked as I look at that replay one more time. Nobody really got a clean block on him, and Aaron Hughes just made the Northrop line pay. On that last play he did, but can Northrop respond after giving up the touchdown? Handoff to Reese, straight up the middle. He's held to a short gain.
Number 15, Reese.
Kenyon Conklin with the tackle for Snyder. That's a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
Gain of a little over 3, second down and 7 coming up.
5:40 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Again, a stop here would be huge for Snyder. They'd get a chance to make this a one-score game. Does Northrop have an answer? It's Callison looking to throw. He rolls to his left, floats it to the sideline, and it's incomplete. There's been a couple of times where that downfield throw has been there, but he hasn't been able to make it on target. That time looking for Maddox Weil. This is 3rd and 6. Got caught in the middle of 7 and 6 there. 3rd and 6 is how it's marked on the scoreboard. The crowd gets loud here at Spooler. Pistol formation. Callison pressured, steps up, throws on the run, and hits his man for the first down. Jackson Robinson. And this time the Bruins do move the chains. They got stopped on 4th down, going for it on 4th and inches last time out. That doesn't happen on this set of downs. Could happen on this drive, but hasn't happened on that set of downs. As Callison just finds a soft spot, better yet, Robinson finds a soft spot, and Callison finds him. Looks like East Noble has scored. They go up 20-10 over Columbia City. Callison to throw again. Rolls to his left. He can run. Hit as he throws against the grain, and it's incomplete. Looking for Guilford. That was a dangerous throw. Did I just see a flag?
Late flag on the play.
Late flag comes in. We'll check on the penalty. I'm being told that it's against Snyder. My cameraman Jaden Evans telling me that it's unsportsmanlike conduct. Take another look at this as the officials will announce it. Here's a look at the replay. Callison, tough throw against the grain. Is that what they flagged? Wade Raines Jr. He did the incomplete signal. Might have been standing over him, though. That might have been what got the penalty. I was going to say, was it because he did the incomplete signal? You see quarterbacks do that all the time and not get called for it. But if it's the standing over him, then it makes sense as they move the chains up to the 46-yard line. We take a look at it again, depending on what happens here, as Callison rolls to his left, throws against the grain again, and this time he's got a man open. That's Maddox Weil, and Maddox Weil has wheels. He's inside the 25. There's another look at the previous play here. So he does Raines stand over him. Does the signal. Well, he kind of does stand over him. Now he had a teammate in front of him. There's an objection to be had. That's probably it. But in the end, Northrop does move the ball down inside the 25-yard line, and they're still going. Empty backfield coming up on 4 minutes to play. Callison looks to throw. Goes to the far side. That's complete. As Guilford works his way upfield, he's inside the 15. Jerquaden Guilford, I believe, with his third catch of the ball game. And here's a look at that completion to Maddox Weil. This was Callison throwing away from his body. He's done this a couple of times. That time it was on target. On time with the receiver, Weil. And the Bruins keep the ball moving. They did get a first down, by the way, on that last play. Empty backfield here as the clock is down to 3.5 minutes. Callison to throw. Flushed. Throws. Complete. And into the end zone for the touchdown go the Bruins.
Touchdown Bruins.
It's Jackson Robinson.
Complete to number 12, Jackson Robinson. Allison Robinson, touchdown Bruins.
Third touchdown pass of the game for David Callison. That time he finds Robinson. 3.5 minutes left to play. Here's another look at it on the replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Just dumped it off underneath, and Robinson able to take it in for 6 against a couple of tacklers, and Northrop has a 3-score lead. 3.5 to play. Pye soon on for the PAT. Bit of a high snap, but the kick looks good, and it is good.
That's the point is good. Northrop 28, Snyder 7.
So Northrop gets an answer after the scoring drive that Snyder just put together. Here's another look at the touchdown. David Callison, his 3rd TD pass of the game, and Jackson Robinson able to sneak in against that Snyder secondary. And the Bruins lead it by a score of 28-7. East Noble now leading 21-10 over Columbia City. That's a road game for the Knights. They blew out Columbia City in Kendallville last year they blew out Columbia City in Kendallville. Last week they beat Norwell 35-0 in Ossian. But this year Columbia City giving them a little more of a battle, even though I believe Columbia City's only touchdown of the game is a return touchdown. But they've kept it close, 21-10. That's a 4-2 Columbia City team, and they'll be going to Leo next week. They knocked off Leo last year in a memorable finish, but the last time they went to Leo, it was a lot more memorable for the Lions. I think the final score there was 44-7 with a Leo victory in the rain. As Pye soon will kick this off for the Northrop Bruins. Looks like Q Hunter's back to return for the Panthers. Line drive kick, fielded at the 3 by Hunter. Hunter has some space, able to get it across the 30, and flags come flying in from way away from the play, and then some more flags are going to come in. Was that Jackson?
22-200 turns the kickoff.
Looks like he threw down Jakari Cole.
To the 32-yard line, 33-yard line, flag on the play.
So this is probably at least going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against Northrup. And possibly even against Snyder. We'll see what happens. Here's the replay. Was certainly a good return, and Snyder's been able to create some space in the return game. Haven't really gotten any big returns, but they've gotten some good returns. And you can't really see there during the play anything, unless I'm sure they wouldn't have gotten Amendobi for the fist pumping he was doing. I mean, you're allowed to fist pump and celebrate. You're not allowed to take it too far. But I don't think he did take it too far. Now, no doubt they're going to get, I think it was Jackson on the back end of the play for throwing Jakari Cole down at the end of it. So if they don't get anything else, they're at least going to get that, I would think. We're checking on Dwenger versus Lures. That's a key game in the SAC A division. That's the division that Northrop and Snyder are both a part of. Snyder is 2-2 in SAC play. Northrop's 3-1 in SAC play as the officials talk this over. Right now trying to get a word from the officials as to what this might be. Going to get unsportsmanlike conduct, no doubt. There's the official signal. They call it against Snyder. And we have a player ejected from the game. Going to have offsetting penalties, but I could have sworn the signal was that somebody from Snyder got ejected. Yeah, as I skim through the replay, we do have an ejection, and then in addition to the ejection, there's unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on both teams. So 3 penalties total, 2 against Snyder, 1 brings an ejection, and then in addition to that, it's offsetting penalties. Quentin Bowen's pleading his case. His guys really got the better end of the deal here. No ejections for Northrop. Snyder gets penalized twice, and Northrop just gets offsetting penalties. Let's see if we can see where the ejection might have come in. Who might they have thrown out here? Hard to see as I skim through that. Guys are celebrating all over. Still trying to figure out who got ejected, but don't have any official word on it yet. Now, at the high school level, one of the downside is the officials aren't mic'd up like they are in the college game or the NFL game. So you don't hear the officials shouting out personal foul number 34 of the defense, he's ejected. We saw the signal that he was ejected. I think that's Harris back in at quarterback. It is. Jaywin Harris taking this out across the 25. He'd been the starter most of this season, and did he get face masked? That's the call he's lobbying for. He doesn't get it. It is a first down, though, for Snyder. Lenny Underwood makes the tackle on the play. He got tackled up high, and Harris thought he got face masked. Let's take a look at it. May have to cut this pretty quick as Snyder has broken their huddle. Does he get face masked here? Not so sure looking at that. There's a snap and a handoff, and that is Wade Raines Jr. running up the middle out to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of about 6. Wade Raines Jr. stands in at 5'10", 155 pounds. He's been running downhill today and doing it well. Lures now with a 21-7 lead over Dwenger in the Battle of the Bishops. Concordia and Wayne are tied at 14. East Noble, meanwhile, has scored again. They're up 27-10, and we've got whistles blowing. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Panthers. So that's going to turn 2nd and 3 into 2nd and 8. Going to move the ball all the way back to the 39-yard line. 2:17 to go in this third quarter. We have seen a whole lot of penalties in this third quarter, including 3 on the kickoff return. And now Max Johnson is back in there at quarterback. Max Johnson's a sophomore. Jaywin Harris, a junior. Johnson to his right, throws on the run. He's got his completion, and a big hit out in the flat by D. Hogue. Put the hit on Raines, and it's going to be 3rd and 4. Panthers got some yardage back. They made it a manageable 3rd down, but D. Hogue did not make it easy. Here's a look at the hit on our replay by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. D. Hogue in hot pursuit, and a good hit. Hard hit, but a clean hit on Raines, and it makes it 3rd down. 1:34 and counting here in the third quarter. Pistol formation for the Panthers. They need 3 scores to tie or potentially win the game should they go for 2. Flags will blow this play dead as the Panthers were about to hand off to Braylon Burton. It's encroachment on the Bruins. That's going to be an automatic first down. Did hear that Southside had made it a 14-13 game against Northside. Northside was up 14-0. Northside's having a pretty good season. If Southside can come away with a win there, all of a sudden things are looking up for Andre Goodwell and the Archers. Johnson going deep to the sideline. He's got Johnson. Incomplete. There on the coverage for the Bruins was Robert Rembert IV. I got to take that flag off the screen. Johnson was there, but could not make the catch. Clock stops with 1:10 to go. See if we can see the back end of this replay here. See just enough of it as Rembert stayed with the play. Kamari Underwood was there with some safety help if it was needed. Power I formation. And a handoff to Raines. Nothing doing. That Northrop line stiffens up. Cornelius Jackson in on the tackle. And it looked like Emmett Doby was there as well. 3rd and 9. Final minute of play, and you'd think that Snyder's going to get off at least one more play before the end of the third quarter. Might not necessarily be the final play of the quarter, but it very well could as they snap it with 8 on the play clock. Johnson rolling, throws it away. Raines thought he had space. Johnson couldn't find him in time. 4th and 8 coming up, and it looks like the punt team's coming out with 25 seconds left in the third. Panthers will operate from the shotgun. Check that, they're going to punt. They've got the punt formation out there. It is 4th and 9. They could go for it, being down 3 scores, but they're going to choose to punt it away and try to pin the Bruins deep. And they'll pin them pretty deep unless this rolls into the end zone, and it does. Clock stops in the change of possession, so there's 13 seconds left here in the third quarter, and Northrop will take over from their own 20-yard line.
Nice punt by 94 Montcalm. That's a touchback. Bruins will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Well, Northrop's been starting from the 20-yard line quite a bit tonight. I think they've started from there all 3 times that they've had the football here in this second half. We'll get at least one more play before the quarter ends as Callison looks to throw, running out of time. Incomplete and almost intercepted. Really nobody from Snyder was close enough, but that ball fluttered off the hands of Shanks Hauer and could have been picked by the Panthers, but it falls incomplete. That stops the clock with 7 seconds to go. Snyder does have 2 timeouts left. They're probably not going to use one before the end of the third quarter here. Northrop's still going to empty the backfield. Snyder shows blitz. They come with it. Callison going deep. That ball flutters, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jerquaden Guilford, and there is still 1 second on the clock. Looked like that ball did not come clean out of his hand. Well, as I skimmed through the replay, it actually looked a little cleaner than I thought it was at first. 3rd down and 10. 1 second on the game clock. And Callison throws from the gun. He completes it. Broken tackle. Shanks Hauer down the sideline. 1st down and more. And Shanks Hauer takes it across the 45 in Snyder territory. And that is how the third quarter will end. The Northrop Bruins up 3 scores, trying to add to their lead. We're back for the fourth quarter after this.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God, let her cook. All this talk.
Well, the big play to Skylar Shanks-Hauer is how the third quarter comes to an end. You'll see it right here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. How about that move by Shanks-Hauer? If he's not able to make that move, he probably doesn't get that first down. And Northrop would be punting, you would think, to start the fourth quarter. They did go for it on fourth down in their own territory once already. And that's going to be a false start. That was Shanks-Hauer, the guy who just made the third down conversion, who jumped. 28-7 in favor of Northrop, but we have had a lot of penalties in this game. Callison takes the snap, gets pressured, flushed, looks to throw. Going downfield, and it's caught! Maddox Weil. And a flag comes in at the end of the play. We'll check on the penalty. For the moment, it's a first down for Northrop. Try to keep an eye on this penalty call here, but here's another look at the replay. How about the job by Callison to get out of the pocket and find Weil downfield? And great job by Weil to come open as well. Now, some people will argue, well, there's holding on every play. Was there holding on that last play? I couldn't tell at first. But the flag came in from the defensive backfield. They did call holding. Or block in the back, perhaps, after the play was over.
Block in the back against the Bruins. After the penalty, to be first down.
It's going to be first down for Northrop since it happened after the penalty. Here's another look at the play. The ball is spotted at the 40 or 32-yard line. Again, great job by Callison to get out of the pocket and find Weil for the first down. Empty backfield. Callison steps up. He's going to take off and run. He gets a good gain out of it, takes some hard contact as he gets to the 26-yard line. Daniel Hernandez in on that tackle for Snyder. There's 11:17 left to go on the game clock. East Noble leading Columbia City 27-10 as they are in the fourth quarter. East Noble takes on New Haven at home next week. Knights close out the regular season with back-to-back home games. New Haven next week and Belmont to close out the regular season. Callison steps into one, complete. Jackson Robinson, did he go down? I'm not sure he did. That's a touchdown. Jackson Robinson stayed on his feet and gets in for 6. What a job by Robinson. That'll be worth another look, and we'll just go ahead and show it to you right here. And great job by Callison stepping into this throw. And then Robinson, no, he does not go down. Unless maybe the forearm goes down toward the end zone. At first it was just a hand on the ground. And a hand down does not equal man down. I'll admit I like the old Mark Jackson phrase, hand down, man down, but that's a different sport in a different context. In football, when it comes to whether or not you're down on the ground, hand down does not equal man down. Been told that the Bruins have been issued a sideline warning. Boy, his knee got very close, but again, did it go down? As I skim through the replay, I don't think so. Hand goes down, but again, hand down doesn't mean anything. I think he's in. I think that was legit. I think the forearm comes close, the knee comes close. But as I skim through this play, I don't think he ever actually goes down. And I'm just skimming through it in slow motion. At least I don't think there's anything indisputable here that says he goes down. Meanwhile, Pyesoon did make the extra point. Again, another look at the replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. This was just a battle all the way by Jackson Robinson. He took the contact, but he said, I'm not down. I'm going to score this thing. You can get me down, then good on you. but if you can't get me down, I'm scoring this football. And that's exactly what he did. 35-7. As Northrop is trying to break a 26-year losing streak. More like a 25-year losing streak to the Snyder Panthers. Last time Northrop beat Snyder was in the postseason in 1999. You want to know how long ago that was? That was the year that Kurt Warner went on to lead the Rams to a Super Bowl with the greatest show on turf. Now, granted, the Super Bowl happened after the turn of the calendar in February of 2000. And we did have the whole Y2K scare, but we won't go into that. Everybody who went up against the Rams that year was in for a scare. Whether it's Kurt Warner in the passing game with his weapons Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Ricky Prohl, Oz Hakeem, or Marshall Faulk running the football. This will be a return by Hunter from about the 2-yard line. And Hunter, space closes up at about the 20. He's been able to get out across the 30. The kick coverage has been pretty good from Snyder today, but that time he stopped at the 20. Columbia City looks like they're kicking a field goal against East Noble. They're down 27-10. A field goal would make it a 2-score game if they're able to get it. And as I watch that game on Summit City Sports YouTube channel, the kick is not even close. It was wide left. Meanwhile here, 35-7 in favor of Northrop. Again, they have not won against Snyder since the postseason of '99. Max Johnson's back in at quarterback. Snyder scored on their first possession of the second half, but Northrop has scored on the last 2 possessions. There's a quick hitter out in the flat to Braylon Burton, who crosses the 25.
Johnson, tackled by number 0, Surrey.
It was Surrey who made the tackle. Coming up on 10 minutes to play. We have a personal foul against the Panthers, so the positive play is going to come back. Ball goes all the way down to the 13. Inside 10 minutes to go in this ball game. And it is second down and about 18. Power I formation. Toss play. That's Burton going to be ridden back. And that is D. Hogue who makes the tackle for the Bruins.
Number 6, Britt, the ball carrier, tackled by number 3, Damian Hogue.
D. Hogue, the Lures transfer, making an impact with this defense. Comes in with 61 total tackles. I believe he's the leading tackler on this Bruins team. What a huge impact he's making. And he was used a lot as running back last year at Lures. Hasn't been used nearly as much there this year. Snyder wants a timeout with 8:50 left to go in this ball game. Snyder had a chance coming into this game to finish the regular season over 500. They would have to win all the rest of their games in order to do that. They'd have to win tonight, next week at Dwenger, and then 2 weeks from now at Northside. And again, last I heard, Northside was in a dogfight with the Southside Archers. See if we've got any more recent updates on that one. Northside added to their lead. They went up 21-13. And Concordia's got a 21-20 lead over Wayne. Cadets blocked a PAT with 2:55 left. Steve Orth giving us that update. As Max Johnson will go under center. Power I formation for the Panthers. Johnson going to keep it. Little zone read action, and he takes it out across the 20.
Quarterback keeper number 17, Johnson.
They get the ball right to about the 22. It's going to be 4th down and 9, and the punt team comes on with this being a 4-score game. And Mong Tung will kick it away. Again, number 0 is back there for Northrop. I'm told that's Davion Surrey. He's listed as number 10 on the roster. Tung gets it away. Surrey bobbles it. He can't find it. Who got it? I think Northrop fell back on it. We'll see. And then some shoving going on at the end of the play. We don't have an official signal as to who recovered this ball. They're going to say it is Northrop football.
On the punt, recovered by the Bruins, number 89.
That's Sean Stevens-Tabron who recovers the ball for Northrop with 8 minutes to go. So Northrop gets the ball back. We haven't seen a whole lot of the run game from them here in the second half. We'll see if they come out running the football with 8 minutes to go. Snyder's only got 1 timeout left. So if you can run the ball, you can milk some clock and maybe make Snyder think about using that last timeout. It will be a run play. And straight up the middle, Reese lost the football. Snyder got it back. Roman Archer with the recovery. The Snyder Panthers keep on fighting. Roman Archer scoops up the loose change. And here's another look at it on the replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. No surprise to see Kobe Reese running the football. Trying to get a look at who that was that stripped it out. Looked like it was number 36. That's Elgin Davis. Elgin Davis strips it out. One sophomore gets the strip, and then another sophomore, Roman Archer, with the recovery. And Snyder's going to get at least another possession here with 7:49. Is that Harrison at quarterback? It is Harris. It's Raines who gets the handoff, and Raines with not much room to work with. He'll take it down to about the 34-yard line. 3-yard gain.
Tackled by number 89, Stevens Tabron. Gain of 3, 7 down to 7 Panthers.
Harris with a lead block out in front from Dean Portee, and Jaywin Harris takes it out across the 30-yard line. Max Johnson has been the quarterback for most of this game, but now Jaywin Harris coming in late in the ball game with Snyder down 4 scores. We'll see who gets the start next week when Snyder goes to Bishop Dwenger.
Gain of 6, 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Not too long ago, Bishop Dwenger shared their field with Concordia. They used to play over at Zollner Stadium, but then starting in 2019, Shields Field was available for use in high school football. I believe it had been used for track and soccer leading up to that 2019 season, but in that 2019 season, they started using it for high school football. A handoff to Raines, and he's going backwards. Cornelius Jackson, the first to get to him.
Loss in the play. Lead pass number 29, Lenny Underwood. 4th down, 5 coming up.
It'll be 4th and 5. And it looks like Snyder's probably going to go for it. Max Johnson's back in. Meanwhile, East Noble has gone up 34-10 over Columbia City. That's a road game for the Knights, and they'll have a 43-minute bus ride back to Kendallville. It'll be a long bus ride, but satisfying by the looks of things. Johnson looks to throw. Takes a shot downfield. That's Breshawn Johnson. He's got it, and that's a touchdown.
Johnson, number 7.
Breeshawn Johnson with a TD grab. And Snyder pulls within 3 scores with 5:40 to go in the fourth. We'll watch it again on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Max Johnson with just enough time, gets it out quick, and then Breeshawn at 6'3", able to go up and make the play. Mong Tung will kick the extra point, and Snyder has only 1 timeout. Be interesting to see what they do on the upcoming kickoff. That is Johnson to hold. The kick looks good, and it is good. 35-14. Again, another look at the touchdown on our Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Just a straight drop. A good fade route, fly route rather, run by Johnson. He takes it in for 6 against the contact. Looked like the coverage was by Don LeRae Reese Jr. And Johnson's able to go up and get the football in that coverage. 5:40 to go. And in a 3-score game, I am interested to see what Snyder does on this upcoming kickoff. They've scored twice, both times here in the second half. Once in the third quarter and then once again here in the fourth. And those are both with short fields. And again, they've got just 1 timeout left to work with. Northrop is lining up as if they're going to get a deep kickoff. We'll see if that's what Snyder ends up doing. It's worth mentioning also that Indiana Tech is playing Davenport in college hockey tonight. I think the women have already gotten done. The men are leading 2-0 over Davenport in the third period. Bishop Dwenger had a 21-7 lead over Lures last time I checked on that score. And that could play a factor in the SAC Division A race. Northrop's a part of that. So is Snyder. So is Dwenger. So are Carroll and Homestead. And last I heard from that game, Carroll was beating Homestead by quite a bit. It's 35-0 at halftime, so that would have gone into a running clock. Do we have a penalty against Northrop? I did not see a flag. They're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. They called it a personal foul. So now that makes things even more interesting. Mong Tung lines up. It's an onside kick. Who's got it? Looks like Northrop does. There's a battle for it at about the 37, 38-yard line thereabout. Snyder says they've got it. Snyder comes out with it. It's not being signaled that it's their football, though. Are they saying this is Northrop ball? Snyder came out with it. They're going to say it's Northrop football. Well, it's sometimes hard to know what goes on at the bottom of those piles. Let's see if we can see anything here on this replay as to who recovered the ball. That's a slow roller, and as soon as Northrop touches it, it's a live football. And looking through there, I don't know how you tell definitively who recovered the football. And sure, it does look like Snyder comes away with it. But again, it's hard to tell looking through a pile like that. The screen falls incomplete. It is being ruled as a forward pass. And that's an interesting call. Again, with Snyder only having 1 timeout, Northrop can run the ball, milk some clock. At the very least, force Snyder to think about using that timeout. But by throwing it forward there, they stop the clock. And just imagine if it had been a lateral. That means it's a live football, and Snyder can get a scoop and score, or at the very least a scoop to set up a potential score. It looks like they've got Reese in the backfield now. He'll get the handoff, turns it upfield, and gets to about the 40. That's it. Cole Bumgartner was the first to get there. Check that. That's not Bumgartner. That's 36, Elgin Davis. Elgin Davis already has a forced fumble in this ball game. It's a small sample size. But from what I've seen from Davis, he seems like a promising young linebacker in this defense. Him along with Cole Bumgartner. They're both sophomores. Under 5 minutes to play. Again, for Northrop, they would like to milk some clock, but they'd also like to get a first down here. Little swing pass, and it's dropped by Portee. Levi Portee had it right in his breadbasket. He couldn't make the catch, so the clock stops with 4:47. Snyder needs 3 scores to tie this game, but they do have a timeout. Wade Raines back to return the punt.
Punting number 5, Donald Reed.
Jaden Howard comes off the field for Snyder. Don LeRae Reese will punt. And we've got a flag. We've had a lot of those tonight.
Right on the play.
Looks like it's against Northrop. Pre-snap penalty, illegal procedure. So the Bruins will move back. And Snyder has a chance to get a shorter field to work with out of this. High snap. Could have been a really short field. Reese does get it away. It's muffed on the run by Raines. Who's got it? I think Raines got it back. He got it back at the 41-yard line. Well, you don't want to have turnovers when you're trying to mount a big comeback like Snyder is right now. This was dangerous. Now, this was almost dangerous for Northrop. Reese had to back up. Really didn't have to jump that high. He's able to field it cleanly, all things considered. And it looks like it was actually Burton who got back on top of it for the Panthers. Panthers set up at their own 41-yard line, down 3 scores. And that is Jaywin Harris back in at quarterback for Snyder. He's going to roll to his right, trying to get down the sidelines, and he goes out of bounds close to midfield.
Quarterback keeper number 14, Harris.
We'll see where they spot him.
By 89.
They're going to spot him at the 49. But by going out of bounds, he stops the clock. 2nd down and 2. Snyder, I do believe, has just 1 timeout left. And they get to save that timeout by going out of bounds. Max Johnson threw the touchdown pass on Snyder's last drive. Threw it to Breshawn Johnson. And Harris will go out of the gun here. He takes the snap and hands it off. That's Raines. He'll get the first down, but a flag comes flying in.
Number 33.
Sounds like it was Jackson who made the tackle. But we'll check the penalty. If it stands, it's a first down. Face mask on Northrop, so it will stand. And Snyder's going to get extra yardage out of it. They'll mark it off from the 45 to the 30. Clock stops on the penalty with 4:26 to go.
15-yard penalty, 1st and 10 Panthers.
They're going to run the clock. 4:24 left. Northrop will show blitz. Harris intercepted. His receiver wasn't ready for it. And D. Hogue has the pick.
Intercepted by number 2.
Looked like he was looking for Jeremiah Brand. And Hogue jumps the route and steals one. Here's a look at it on the replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Yeah, Brand was not ready for that ball to come his way. D. Hogue was ready for it. Snyder still has that timeout, so we'll see how Northrop plays this. You'd think they'd try to run the ball and milk some time off the clock, maybe make Snyder think about using those timeouts. Handoff Reese. Met at the line. He got positive yardage out of it, but not much. The tackle made by Landon Markley.
The ball carrier. Tackle by number 11, Landon Markey.
With that, Northrop has worked the clock inside 4 minutes, and they have gone final at Wayne Stadium. Concordia a winner over there. They win 21-10 over the Wayne Generals. They did not win in a single conference game last year, Concordia didn't. They won their first 2 games, which were non-conference play, but they get a win tonight against Wayne over at Wayne Stadium. They'll get the Southside Archers, I believe, next week. Handoff off the right side. Slipping through is Portee. He's close to a first down, maybe short by a yard. Or was that Reese who got the carry? I think that actually was number 25, Skylar Shanks-Hauer. And do we have a penalty on this play? Apparently not.
9 in the play, second down to 1 Bruins.
Second down and a yard coming up for the Northrop Bruins as they're trying to milk some time off this clock. They've gotten the clock down under 3 minutes. East Noble now leads 41-10 over Columbia City. So a game that was close is no longer close. Do we have a timeout? We do. Called by Northrop. They haven't had to use any timeouts here in the second half, but they call one with 2:31 left to go. And while they take a timeout, we'll also take a timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for. The intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
I'm being told that they're going to change the clock to 2:37. Northrop taking a timeout there with the clock on their side. They've got a 3rd and 1 here. And my guess is they just wanted to get the right play call in. 3rd and 1 probably ices this game away, or at least gets a little closer to it. As Reese slips ahead, and he's got it, running right into tacklers. He crosses the 45. Check that. That's Shanks-Hauer on the carry.
15, Reese, the ball carrier.
They said Reese. That looked like 25. Shanks-Hauer. It is a first down. And now they will restart the clock. Clock stops as they reset the chains. Meanwhile, Northside has just scored against Southside. That score is now 27-13 in the fourth quarter. Just a couple of weeks ago, Southside absolutely blew out the Wayne Generals. They gave a dogfight to Northside, but Northside's got a 2-score lead in that one. There's a handoff straight ahead. I think that's Shanks-Hauer again out to the 50-yard line. And he's gang tackled by the Panthers as the clock works its way inside of 2 minutes.
The ball carrier. Tackle made by number 49, Dean Portee. Second down.
Jamin Dean Portee with the tackle for Snyder, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. A minute and a half to go. They'll operate from the pistol. And Shanks Hauer with a shifty run and another first down as he crosses the 40.
Number 25, Shanks Hauer, the ball carrier. Tackled by 36, Elgin Davis.
Elgin Davis with the tackle for Snyder as the balls move down to the 39-yard line. And the Panthers will probably, or the Bruins rather, will probably let this clock tick down to about 2 seconds and take a knee. Snyder does have one timeout, but even if they use it, the Bruins can let the clock run down under 50 seconds, the game clock that is. They can take another knee even if Snyder does call a timeout. There's the knee by Callison with 46 seconds. And it does not look like Snyder's going to take a timeout. Northrop will have to snap it one more time, but that'll be it. There's about a 6 seconds differential between game clock and play clock. There's 6 more seconds on the game clock than there is on the play clock. Well, more like 4 or 5 seconds, 4.5 seconds thereabout. But Callison will just have to take a knee one more time. And that's the victory formation. That's the formation everybody looks forward to and hopes that they get to run at the end of the game. Well, Northrop just did get to run it. And for the first time since the postseason of 1999, the Bruins are a winner over the Panthers on the gridiron.
Final score, Northrop 35, Snyder 14.
The Northrop Bruins go to 6-1 overall, 4-1 in SAC play. 35-14, the final score. Snyder goes to Bishop Dwenger next week. Northrop is right back here. They'll be the home team this time as they take on the Carroll Chargers. Well, it's the last time that Snyder plays here as the home team. At least that's the plan. They'll be opening up a brand new stadium next year, but Northrop has spoiled the party. And the Northrop Bruins go to 6-1, and what a win for Quentin Bowen and these guys. Bowen, the former Snyder head coach. That was either Kurt Tippmann or one of the other Snyder assistant coaches. Yeah, that's not Tippmann. But Kurt Tippmann certainly has had good things to say about Quentin Bowen leading up to this game and what a great asset he was to the Snyder coaching staff when he was here. But Quentin Bowen gets to celebrate a win here against the Snyder Panthers as the Northrop Bruins win at 35-14. And it's time to award our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game. That player is going to be David Callison. David Callison finishes this game with 4 touchdown passes. Had a great night all around. David Callison, your PSM Player of the Game. The Northrop Bruins a winner, 35-14 over the Snyder Panthers. Of course, Northrop will have plenty more home games here at Spooler Stadium. This, if all things go according to plan, is the last time they will be the visiting team here. They'll be the home team here next week when they take on Carroll. Snyder will be the visiting team when they go to Dwenger next week. And that's going to do it from here at Spooler Stadium. For my cameraman, Jaden Evans, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Spooler Stadium. You've been watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com. Good night from Spooler.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.